What's going on, everyone? This video is about how I found TRUEBIT protocol. All right. My name's Justin. You're on Fast Entrepreneur. Nothing I say is financial advice, but I just wanted to share my personal story, right? I share TRUEBIT protocol with the people that I know. I share it here on YouTube, and I want to share with you how I first came about it. And, I wasn't really looking for it. What I was doing was, and here's my thought process, I was looking for solutions to the biggest problems. And the biggest problem that I saw in crypto was scaling. How are you going to properly scale? And I was looking at all these layer 2s to Ethereum, but I was realizing, not even that, at some point that's going to run out, right? They're going to either get bottlenecked, too costly, etc. Something's going to have to give. And, I kept looking, etc., etc., etc. And that was the first thought. And then the second kind of a different thought that I had been holding on to for a while was, okay, I want to find gems early, and I want to find gems, specifically with like tried and true founders, people that are working on truly amazing tech. And so I was looking, following the breadcrumbs of people like Charles Hoskinson of Cardano, Gavin Wood, Dr. Gavin Wood of Polkadot. And so holding these two together, I followed a guy for a while, Michael Supo Man. Shout out to Superman. And I was following his stuff on YouTube, and I liked just kind of his approach and his thought process to things. And I saw one day he put out, a video about this, micro cap, with this little, green triangles, TRUEBIT protocol. And it said something, something like, how many X's or whatever, or is it a scam? And, and I watched this, and immediately I said, wow, maybe this is what I was looking for. And hold on, I'm sitting here at Walmart, so I just got to open the door. Awesome. Oh, great, you found it. Thanks, man. and so I was holding these two, these two things kind of in my mind independently. I see this video and I say, I'm going to go check it out. And it was just released on Uniswap. And, much as I dug into it, I said, wow, this is either too good to be true or there's something that truly is true with TRUEBIT. And y'all know I like to TRUEBIT. I like to TRUEBIT. And so I looked on Uniswap. I was watching the charts on day one. And if you watch these charts, I had never seen a coin do what this thing did. Just on day one, it literally was just printing and printing and printing, like in a straight line up and to the right. And it almost seemed like, it was almost too good to be true the way it was moving the prices, because normally I'm expecting some dips and ups and downs and big candles, and it was all like, well, anyways, that was the first day or so, or, however that lasted. It did finally, kind of reach its stride. And that's how I found it. And so when I started to dig into it further, looking at the founders, Dr. Jason Tuch, looking at this technology and what it could be, and going on YouTube and finding, Korean Uncle, shout out to, the Bitcoin. If you guys don't know who this guy is, they call him Uncle, but he puts out some great content. He's a great trader, and he's got some great content on TRUEBIT, and so definitely got to give credit to where it's due. He was one of the very first and few that I saw content-wise. I searched around a little bit further. I saw guys like Deus Crypto and Muscle D Crypto. And, and I was starting to make videos and put content up myself, and I was noticing that my videos were ranking on the top, page of the search engines for TRUEBIT, and, getting lots and lots of views in short periods of time. I said, okay, well, I don't know, maybe it's just a small space, or maybe it's something here. And that's kind of how I found TRUEBIT. And, since then, I've continued to dive in deeper and follow, some of the, people I just mentioned, but also, others. And, I guess I'm more and more convinced that there is something there. And, obviously sometimes, markets are out of control, and you can't, whatever is going to happen is going to happen. But, we may have to wait for price appreciation, or this might be like the next Chainlink in terms of, Chainlink just took off during a bear market. But if the tech is that solid, and it truly does solve like one of the biggest problems. I was talking to a guy today, he's a, lays fiber optic cable. We were just talking about, think back to like the early days of like the internet and, the dial-up and all this. You couldn't scale. You couldn't have the internet that we have today with that type of infrastructure. And so things like fiber optic, and others. But anyways, that's where we go. That's what I've got. I got to get going. And that's how I found TRUEBIT protocol. Peace, everybody.